All right, and France will now send weapons to Kurdish forces in the battle against Islamic terrorists in Iraq. This comes a day after the U.S. announced more than 100 military advisors would be sent to northern Iraq. U.S. officials maintain that ground troops will not be sent into battle.
So what they will be able to do is take the lay of the land, coordinate with Iraqi forces, and come up with options to provide humanitarian assistance. They will not be there in a combat role. They're there in an advisory role to determine the best way forward for the humanitarian mission.
And new this morning, British forces have now delivered more supplies to thousands of people escaping from Iraqi militants. Right now, a Russian convoy is continuing to head toward the Ukraine to offer aid, quote unquote, to the war-torn country. NATO officials are concerned that the nearly 300 trucks could be part of an invasion, a secret invasion. NATO Secretary General said there was, quote, a high probability of a Russian attack which might happen under the ruse of a humanitarian operation. U.S. and European officials are keeping a close eye on that situation, and we'll keep you updated right here on Eyewitness News if there are any developments. New this morning, a man in Santa Barbara County was arrested and accused of killing his parents and his two sons. The Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office is saying Nicholas Hauslin admitted to the murders on Monday night when he called in to dispatch directly. Police found his parents as well as his sons dead inside his house in Goleta. The family dog was also found stabbed to death. No word on the charges that he will face. And the Border Patrol says two Mexican nationals died yesterday after a smuggling incident. Authorities say the two men were found inside the trunk of a car trying to enter the U.S. at the San Ysidro border crossing in San Diego. The men were found unconscious and not breathing. Authorities took the 41-year-old driver into custody. He could face criminal charges. And the man accused of starting one of the biggest fires in the Sierra Nevadas history pled not guilty yesterday. Keith Matthew Emerald is his name, and he appeared in a Fresno courtroom. He's been charged with 4 counts in connection with setting off the Rim Fire last year. That fire burned up to 400 square miles in Yosemite National Park. We brought you the coverage live here on Eyewitness News. It also did damage in the Stanislaus National Forest. If convicted, he could go to jail for 5 years. Breaking news right now, one person is in critical condition after being shot in southeast Bakersfield overnight. The Sheriff's Department says they found the victim lying in the street with a gunshot wound just before 12:30 this morning in the 2100 block of South M Street. He was taken to an area hospital, and police say there were between 2 and 4 suspects who are being described as either white or Hispanic this morning. They were last seen driving off in a white car, and no arrests have been made. Taking a look at some of this morning's other top stories, and new right now, one person is dead and another is in the hospital after an SUV rolled over and crashed on the I-5 overnight. According to the CHP, the driver of the SUV swerved to the left of the road near Ash on the 5 southbound just before 10:45 last night. No word on why, but it did cause that vehicle to roll over several times before hitting the center divider, killing the passenger. The driver was taken to Kern Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. And there could be light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to the Get Bus strike, which has dragged on for the past month, affecting thousands of would-be passengers every single day. Drivers and mechanics could be back on the job as early as Friday. Both sides met for several hours yesterday and worked on a proposed temporary settlement, a 3% pay raise for 1 year. Union members will be voting today and tomorrow on whether or not to accept that proposal. We'll keep you posted right here on Eyewitness News.